Hi, welcome to Mindfulness and Emotional Wellness. I'm Julie G. Today we're going to do a little art therapy activity. But before that, what I'd like to do is to get started with some breath work. So I would ask you to sit comfortably in your chair with a relaxed posture, but a straight back. And just take a moment and really feel yourself being present in the moment in the room you're in. In an ideal situation, you can have your feet on the ground, and that will help you be more grounded, be more in the moment, more in the room. And so we'll start with a little breathing activity. If you're comfortable, what I'll ask you to do is during the activity to close your eyes. If you're not comfortable, that's okay. What you'll do is, if you're willing, kind of look at the floor 3 or 4 feet ahead of you with a softened gaze, kind of that look we got when we're daydreaming. And as we're doing our mindfulness and our breathing activity, what's going to happen is a thought's going to come into your mind because that's what happens. And that's okay. Just imagine the thought is either a leaf and pick the leaf and imagine putting it on a stream and the thought floating away. Or you can imagine it, which is my favorite. Imagine it as a butterfly. And so what does a butterfly do? A butterfly comes in to our sight and we're like, there's a butterfly. And then in a few seconds, the butterfly is gone. We're not really sure where it went. We're like, okay, that was a butterfly. So if you have a thought, let it fly in. There's a thought. And then try to let it fly out quickly as well. So when you're ready, if you'll close your eyes or soften your gaze, we'll get started with the breathing exercise. What we're going to do is we're going to breathe in for 4, hold it for 7, and out for 8. And I'll do the counting for us. And when you're inhaling for 4 through your nose, really try to feel the air entering your body. You can picture, if you want, positivity, light, hope kind of entering your body. And then we'll hold it for a count of 7. And I like to imagine that the hope and the love that I've just breathed into my body, I hold it close to my heart for the count of 7. And then when I exhale through my mouth, I really imagine all of my anxiety, my stress, my worry leaving my body. So when we're ready, we'll get started with the breath. It's called a 4-7-8 breath, and we'll do it 3 times, and I'll count for us. So before we get started, I like to just pay attention, turn inward a little bit, and focus on, is there anything I'm noticing in my body? So for me, my shoulders are a bit tense today, but sometimes that happens. So just take a moment and notice how your body's feeling, any sensations, any parts that feel particularly loose and comfortable, any tension that you notice, just notice it for a moment. So now with your eyes closed or a softened gaze, you're going to breathe in 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time, in 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's get started on our little art project. And pencils, I have colored pencils and markers. Whatever you have is fine. Unfortunately, I have been unable to find my art therapy sketch pad, and I know it's around here somewhere. So I'm doing the old-fashioned paper. I like to keep all my pieces together. That's why I have a sketch pad. So what I'll do is I'll just either staple or tape this to a blank page in it. So what I thought we would do is just take a moment, and I want you to think of a goal that you would like to accomplish in the next 6 months. What's one thing you would like to accomplish in the next 6 months, which puts us to about July? So just take a moment and find a goal. Hopefully everybody has a goal. And what we would want to do is on the left part of the paper, I want you to draw a picture that represents where you are now in relation to that goal. Okay? So on the left, just draw something that represents to you where you are right now today at 10 probably on Saturday. Where are you with that goal? So I'll give you an example. Not last year, but the year before, I got a great deal on a boat. And I bought it at a garage sale, and it floats, I'm told. And it had an engine that comes with it too. And it doesn't really work right. So it's kind of sitting in my driveway. My goal is to have it fixed. And I have 2 friends who are going to be able to help me to have it fixed so I can have it in the water over the winter. Oh, I'm sorry, over the summer. And I know it probably sounds kind of funny, like, why did you buy a boat that doesn't work? Because that's my dream. My dream is I want a boat. I can't afford a real expensive one. And I found this at a garage sale. And you know what? It makes me happy. And I've been happy every time I think about that. I think about me and my bestie on the water. So I'm going to draw my little boat. And again, that's on the left side of the paper. And you can see that you don't have to be a great artist, but I'm real particular. And I want a red, but apparently this is as red as I'm going to get, and that's okay. So I'm going to draw the boat. And it is, it's on a trailer. Oh, I don't know anything about boating. You should know that too, really. Well, I mean, I've been on boats before, but, and it's on a trailer with wheels. And it is covered with a green tarp. You know, because I don't want the broken boat to get ruined. So that's my boat that I have drawn. And again, I'm no Picasso. So when you're ready, after you've done, and like literally, oh, you can't really see it. I just did a tiny picture of, imagine if a boat could be a stick figure. That's what I drew. Maybe I was thinking about maybe that I would put a red X through it to say it doesn't work, but that's just too negative for me. So on the right side of the paper, however big you want to make it, I want you to draw your goal and kind of how you think you're going to feel when you accomplish that goal. So on the left is where we are today, and on the right is where we're going to be, hopefully in July, after we've accomplished our goal. So for me, I am definitely going to be on the water. And I got to draw the boat again, but this time it's going to work, and there's going to be people in it. I need a big sun because it's going to be a beautiful sunny day. And I know sometimes when we hear the word boat, we think the person spent a lot of money and I got online for a couple $100. So I was super excited because I've always wanted to own a boat. And now I do. Just doesn't work yet. That's okay. So again, on the right, you're kind of drawing your goal and what you would, how you might feel about meeting your goal. Oh, I have to do that. So my picture is me in the boat with my bestie. Oh, I got to change her color hair. She has kind of dark brown hair, and I made her blonde, but that's not how it's going to be. I'm going to change her. And we have been BFFs since 10th grade, which was like just a few years ago. I don't know why somebody laughed. Since 10th grade, we've been BFFs. We're a little bit older, and our children are in college and actually graduating this year. And she has the sweetest daughter, whose name is Taylor. And she is such a genuinely nice, good girl. I love her to death. I did not have a daughter. So Taylor's kind of my daughter by proxy. So in my picture, I'm going to have Taylor water skiing. Does she know how to water ski? I don't know. I'm sure she does. She's a smart girl. She's real athletic. She'll figure it out. I'm going to draw her water skiing. She also has brown hair. So I'm going to give her brown hair. So hopefully you've had enough time to draw where you are today and where you want to be in July with your goal that you chose. And there's kind of a lot of space in between my broken down boat, which you can't see on the paper, and then us hanging out on the boat, having a great time. And in between where I am today and the goal I want to accomplish in 6 months, I'm going to draw some things that I'm going to do or I think would help me get closer to my goal. So like I said, I have 2 friends. Well, they're really connected to my best friend, to my bestie. And I like to think of myself as resourceful. And I made a deal with her significant other, who's very handy and knows all about boats, that I'm going to trade a car that doesn't work. It does work. It just needs to be fixed. And it's rather old. And he's willing to take that car to fix my boat. So one step I could do would be to give him a call and make sure he still wants to do it. So I'm drawing a picture of a phone, but it's an old school phone. It's not a smart phone. That is one thing. What I also am going to need to do is, I mentioned it's outside and it's kind of covered with a tarp, I'm going to need to clean it. A little yellow sponge peeking out of my bucket. Another thing, you have to have some kind of classes or license to drive a boat. So I have to research. I'm just going to write DMV. Nothing's coming to me in terms of a picture. So I have to research at the DMV how to be a responsible boat owner. So I need to figure out how I'm going to get it from my house when I have a little car to wherever I'm going to drive it on the water. Somebody needs a truck. And if you notice, everything I'm talking about are like actions that I need to do or I should do or that would be helpful. Okay. So just take a few more moments and really try to put some more down there about the steps that would be helpful if you took between now and your goal in July. Oh, I'm going to do that. And if her significant other can't help me because he's too busy, she knows another dude who's real good with boats that she's buddies with. And so I'm going to write a picture. I'm going to draw a picture of a wrench. I think it's a wrench. And how about this? My perception of a wrench. And if it falls through with the first person, she can reach out to the second and see if he's willing to help. And this goal will involve, unfortunately, a little bit of money coming out of my pocket to make it happen. Not a ridiculous amount, but a little bit. So I drew dollar on there. So what you should have in an ideal world is you're going to have on the left of your sheet where you are now related to your goal. All the way on the right, you're going to have the picture of when you accomplish the goal. And in the middle, steps that you could take or want to take in order to meet your goal. So hopefully everybody kind of got the directions and I was clear. And if not, it's okay. Just do whatever feels right to you in the moment. So I want to close today's activity and I want to see if I can figure out a way to show my picture. I'll do that at the end, maybe. So this is a great way that you can get on paper your goals, things you need to do to accomplish them, kind of motivate yourself. And since it's written down and we have a clear picture of our goal, I just want us to take a few minutes to close your eyes and really imagine what it's going to feel like when you meet your goal. Just close your eyes if you're willing. If you're not, that's okay. Just look at your picture that you drew and imagine how you're going to feel when you accomplish that goal. Are you going to be proud? Are you going to be happy? Are you going to feel a sense of accomplishment? Just take a few moments, practicing your deep breathing, and really imagine how it's going to feel when you meet your goal. And when you're imagining it, really focus on any sensations or feelings you have in your body. For me, it makes me want to smile. It makes my heart happy. I feel it right here in my chest. Because it's not only about accomplishing the goal of getting the boat in the water, which has been a lifelong dream of mine. It's about accomplishing something that I've always wanted to do. It's also about all of the time that I'm going to enjoy spending with my friends and my family on this little boat. And when I say little boat, I mean, it's a little boat. It's nothing grand, but that's okay. And so what I'm going to do is use the feeling I have right now, how I feel about accomplishing this goal, to motivate myself between now and July. And when I hit a road bump, a barrier, a brick wall, I'm going to take a minute, close my eyes and just imagine the scene in my head that I imagined today happening. So it's going to be me, and it's going to be Twiggy, that's my best friend, and her daughter Taylor. And Taylor's going to be jet skiing. No, water skiing. And I'm going to have Julie drive the boat because she's a much better driver. Her name's also Julie, but I call her Twiggy. And we're going to laugh and have so much fun. And it really is going to be a memory that all three of us, I think, are going to cherish for a long time. So when I call somebody and they can't help me, I might get discouraged. I'm going to take a pause and remember and picture the scene I have in my head right now about how awesome that day is going to be. And then I'm going to figure a way around that barrier. So hopefully you found this helpful. And I am going to try to show my screen. I just really don't like walking. Oh, hold on. Maybe this is going to happen. Nope, it's not going to happen that way. All right. So this is just, it's awkward when I walk to the computer. So we'll just accept how it is. So this is my little scene. Over here, well, on the other side, the backwards on the computer really throws me. This is my boat as it is today, sitting in my driveway. And I could have drawn there's a bucket underneath it to keep it kind of propped. So water and snow get in there, it can drain. And then these are all the steps that I think will help me get my goal. And this over here is what I imagine it's going to be like on the day I meet my goal. So hopefully you found this helpful. I think it's a great activity to help keep you motivated. And thanks for joining me. Stay well.